Yeah, but the ones that she's like kind of easily took to when we practice those, she's good.
Okay, cool.
I like
Is there
that.
one that seems to be her favorite or your favorite to do?
Um, she likes to be on her back feet. So the one we did last week with her jumping, she's like,
Oh,
"Let me do that again." Like she
yeah,
loves. She's like, she's a
awesome.
very jumpy girl though, so that one's fun. She has a
Maybe
lot of
it'll channel some of that
yeah.
need
She
to
likes to
jump
kind of
for her,
dance
but
on her back feet. Like she gets a kick out of that one. That's her favorite.
awesome. Very
Mhm.
nice. Thank you. All right, Deanie, did you have something you wanted to share?
Um, we've been doing pretty good. We've been just kind of going through piecework and doing everything. She pretty well knows almost all of them. She's fairly good at them when she
Oh
chooses
yeah.
to be,
Oh,
only when she
yeah.
chooses to be.
She's amazing.
She
She's
yeah,
so impressive.
she's a nut, is what she is. Didn't she learned how to she learned this week she learned how to push the button on the electric chair lift
Oh, I saw you. I saw you put that in the group. Okay.
so when she is not getting the attention that she wants, she comes and either tries to put it up or tries to put it down.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's one that will kind of go away if
Anyway,
we ignore it. She's not going to get her anything, right? We want her to
no,
stop
it's
doing
not.
that. So. Awesome.
All
All
right,
right.
so we're going to go ahead and get started with class 5. And after class, we'll be stopping the recording and we are going to talk to you guys about next week's class. You're going to get everything up front, and we're also going to allow you to just tell us if you want to do everything, if you've got a small piece that you'd like to participate in. So we'll tackle that after class. So again, if you are watching the recording or you just jumped on, this is what you're going to need for today's class. If you've got a piano, great, grab it. If you've got a bell, something where your dog can paw target to. Santa hat, a small bag or a soft toy for your dog to hold, Christmas socks, and a pair of a soft slippers, light version of it. If you don't have that, something that your dog's okay with bringing to you. This is class 5 of our 6-class series. And this act is called Spreading the Christmas Cheer. If you have missed all of the classes, no worry. All of the recordings have been sent on a regular basis. If you're not getting them, say something to us. And the live performance of this specific class is going to be next Thursday. I am Yo. I am that bottom pick there when I'm dressed up and looking fly. Go ahead, Corey. Just a quick
And
introduction.
I'm Corey. That's me on the top with my family and my pups. And I just had their Christmas photos done. I got one taken with myself and I forgot to drop it in there. So I have to remember to put it in next week's slide. But yeah, I'm in Ohio. So we are coming in from all different states in this class.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So Corey, let's read class 5 trick list. Go ahead.
Okay, so what's not on this list is play piano. That was kind of left over from last week. So we're going to start out class with a review of that one. Then we're going to go into fetching a Christmas hat, giving a hug, sit pretty with a challenge of holding something, your dog holding something in their mouth if they're comfortable. Figure 8, chorus line kicks, dance, waving goodbye, selfie, remove Santa's socks, fetch my slippers, lay head down on lap, and then lay down by the tree.
Love it. All right, so we're going to warm up with the piano, but let me go ahead because we are doing a lot of notice. There was a lot of paw target stuff and fetch stuff this class. So let me go and let's go ahead and go to the next one. So we'll go back to scene 4 where Bella plays the piano. Corey, can you read that?
There's just oh my goodness, there's just one last thing left to do on this magical night. They admire the work they have done, and the holiday spirit grows bright. Santa and Bella sit by the fireplace to play music and sing Christmas carols and say goodnight.
All right, so to play the piano trick, first you're going to want something that you want your dog to paw target right there. So that's what it's supposed to look like is you say play the piano and they place their paw on the object. So you're going to want to, in front of the object, just do a couple paw targets to hand, mark, and reward. Then from there, place the prop in front of you and then ask for a paw target to hand, mark, and reward. Gradually move your hand closer to the keys, in this case, the white keys, because that's the target, right? And every time your dog attempts in any way, mark and reward. Just like Terry said, you know, she's got some tricks that Sophia loves to do and some that she doesn't. It's the point of just keeping them motivated. Once your dog is doing paw target to hand, you're going to simply just move your hand and whoops, your dog hits those keys and makes that noise. From here, you see Ellie just pointing to the keys. Right?
Nice.
Look at that tail wag the entire time, pointing to the keys. Once reliable, the cue for this one for Bandit is play the piano. After you've got play the piano on cue, we're going to add some distance here. So you'll see that Ellie is backing up 1 to 2 feet and then cueing it. She's tossing a treat to reset. Play the piano is said right before Bandit makes it to the piano. So it's very clear of what we want him to do. From here, you're going to want to generalize it. So move the piano to another spot, stand up, go in another area, and see if you still be able to play the piano. So I want you guys to practice your paw targets right now, just mainly doing some kind of paw target. One more note on this specific trick. I got to the point where he's doing 2 times, 2 sounds on the key was your click and treat. So all I did was delay the click to get that. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing right here. Isn't that adorable? I really like that trick.
You said you got that on
Oh,
Amazon?
got a piano, and I love it. You put the piano at the dog's shoulder height by using a platform. All right, so let's spotlight you guys. This is some kind of paw target to object, paw target to your own hands, paw target to your feet. You got it, Corey?
Yeah.
All right. Remember, step 1, just make it fun. Let's go through the steps exactly how we did it on the video. So just paw target to your hand first. Good. Be sure, Terry, to bring your hands behind your back. Say your cue first and then present your hand nice and low next to the paw that you want your paw to use. That's it. Mark. Hand goes back behind you. Just like you're using a prop, the hand has to do with the trick. Beautiful. That's much better. More calm, Bella. Very good. Good. I like that Steve's using a pillow. So palm up over the pillow. Oh my God, it looks like she's like Mozart. She's got to sit pretty with both paws
Yes.
on the piano. That is
Oh,
adorable.
look at, oh my goodness.
That is. Deanie, click. Let's not ask for so much so quickly. Good. Click and treat. All right, 30 seconds here. Say your cue, mark, reward, toss a treat, Deanie, to reset. Beautiful. So by placing the prop between now, Deanie, find another spot that you can stand and see if she can play the piano with you standing next to the piano instead of behind it. Love that, Terry. Good job. Paw to the box.
Nice. Good timing with your treat delivery.
Just a few seconds left. And go ahead and give them the all done cue. Corey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. All done. Go ahead and put your pianos away. We're going to start in with scene 1 in Act 5. So first scene of today's class. You're going to need your Santa hat for this one.
Do you want to read it?
Sure. All right. I think everybody's ready. As Christmas draws near, Bella's spirit grows bright. Today she'll spread cheer to everyone in sight. She gets dressed in her favorite Christmas outfit, fetches Santa's hat, and hugs everyone she meets, creating excitement for Christmas all through the streets. So if you do have like a Christmas bandana or a little scarf you want your pup to wear for today's class, you can put that on and then have them fetch Santa's hat. So here's our tutorial video.
So that's what it looks like. They fetch you a Santa's hat and you put it on, and then your reward. So to begin, start with your dog right in front of you. Get in close, kneel, present the object right in front of your dog. If they look at it, try to do the steps in order, click and treat just for looking at it. Now notice that Ellie is placing the hat right behind her back each time, which makes the prop and the dog understand that this has something to do with the trick. Now from here, get the dog to move towards it. So you'll see Bandit noses it at first, but then when I said, okay, I want teeth on it. So I asked her to shake the prop a little bit. And as she shook it, Bandit went and put his mouth on it. From the mouth on it, we're looking for a pull, right? So that's the beginning of fetch, is being able to pull it from the ground. Once that's happening, so you see that pull, she's clicking pretty quickly. You're going to gradually bring the prop lower to the ground. Now do these steps from the beginning, even if your dog has a strong fetch, because we're going to have more challenging exercises later. From here, you're going to get fetch. Have your hand right underneath that and ask for a drop if your dog doesn't know what fetch is. Fetch and have that hand close by. Gradually move the hat farther away from you. Good. Now place the prop completely on the floor and either point to it or cue your dog to fetch. If you don't have fetch on cue, this is why we love to have fetch on cue. You simply can say fetch and point to the object and your dog will bring it right to you. You're going to get further and further. The goal is the Santa's hat is 6 feet away from you. Your dog brings it to you, you put it on, and then you reward. So from here, you'll generalize it. So you'll notice she's going to toss a treat to reset. After this one, she'll toss a treat to reset. And then she's going to sit down on the chair. Maybe after this one.
Good repetitions, though.
Yeah. So here at 6 feet, she's in bed. It's even got to go past his brother, go across the floor. She is sitting down, and then she puts the Santa hat on. So that is
Nice.
your goal. But let's see how far you can get in a couple minutes. All right. Very useful trick if you have a bad back or you're not feeling well, is asking your dog to go get things for you. Good, let's get them. Go ahead and get started. So one thing to note is the type of hat you get. If you've got a small dog, I would get something very small. Some of these hats are really heavy. Some are light.
Yeah,
And
they can
also
be.
maybe even targeting the ball too, because that might be easier for your dog to put in their mouth. Good. Place your prop behind your back, Steve. Spot on. Good job. Good. You're saying nothing until your dog has it on cue. So just simply present it. Beautiful, Terry. Great click there. Wait for her to come. Yep. I like how they're all waiting for calmness. I don't see their mouth moving, saying anything like sit or down. They're just waiting for the
Right.
calmness just to happen. I think less words are better when you're training your dog from scratch, because then they have to like think versus
Yeah.
try to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a lot of input when you're trying to give verbal directions that they don't necessarily understand.
So you can tell Deanie, Bella has a very strong fetch on cue. She's like, wait, this tastes good.
Yeah, she's like, actually, I'm
Yeah.
gonna nibble on it.
So Deanie, I would still
Nice,
click
Dash.
when Bella puts her mouth on it because she'll come over to you to get the reward, and that would be eventually your carry. So, yep. Oh my goodness, what is that? That is. Did you see her?
Yeah. We're gonna get, she's gonna tell us.
That's her bobblehead.
Oh, Bobble, that's funny.
Very nice. Good, Steve. I like that you're rewarding Stash for just going to grab it and dropping it right away because that was always tough for him. Love your calmness, Terry. It looked like a seal, Carol
Yeah,
said.
that was Bobble. It kind of did. You're right.
I was like,
Did you
what
do
is
animal
she going-
impressions?
Yeah.
At first I thought maybe it was Frozen, but she did it so fast. It was funny.
She's always good. She's a character.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's your 6 feet. Let's see it, Bella. Nice, Terry. Oh, we've got, I think all 3 dogs are bringing the hat to them. All right, Terry, go ahead and stand up this time. One more. Put the hat on, guys. Don't forget to put the hat on.
And Stash kind of throws it at Steve
Yeah.
when he collects it.
Like,
here you go.
You jerk. Here's
Look at him.
your damn hat.
I love him. He's my spirit.
Yeah, Steve. There we
Nice.
go. Okay, go ahead and give them the all done cue. Now, if you want to add a little more skill to that, you can also have them remove the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Like socks and toes, you want to tell them where you want them to bite exactly. Otherwise, you can get like a gash in your forehead. So when you're removing hat, be very specific of where you want them to put their mouth. All right. Let's go ahead and share that screen. We're going to move on. Give a hug. So for give a hug, what we're going to do is ask you guys to do your hug to your leg instead of your body. Or it's your choice. If you have a softer, a dog that's not going to knock you over and hit you in the nose or anything like that, you can ask for a hug where you simply just have your dog put their paws on you, on your shoulders. But like for Stash, and even Bella, I wouldn't want her to learn to jump. Same with Sophia. So perhaps we do a sit pretty and hug the leg. For the demo today, I'm going to call one of you guys out. Actually, Steve and Stash have this. So I'm going to ask if you guys can just show what this looks like. So you're going to start off, Steve, with Stash in a sit position right next to your leg. You're going to slightly bend the knee that is closest to him. Yeah, he's got it. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's basically what we're looking up is paws up on your leg, but there we go.
Yay.
But yeah, very nice. But we want the dog's butt to be down. So it's like a sit pretty with paws up. Now go ahead and do that again. Now I want you to feed him in place with his paws up, and I want you to let him nibble on the food while he's there.
Pause.
Okay. So while he's nibbling, if Steve were to shake his legs a little bit, what would happen is Stash would bring his paws a little bit lower and gradually grasp underneath behind the legs. And it looks like he's actually hugging him. So let's do one more repetition and then you guys will give this a try.
Okay, wait. No, sit. No. Okay. Take a breath. Pause. Okay.
Pull the treat behind you for a second.
I like to take a breath. I use it. I'm like, just breathe a minute. Like, just hold on.
There it is. Feet in place. There you go.
He's got his claws in. He's like, I'm gonna hold on forever.
Okay,
Dad.
All right, guys, go ahead and give it a try. So you have different options. It's whatever your version of hug is. If you've got a dog that you're working on jumping, then definitely don't have them jumping on you.
Yes. Hey, hug. Come on, hug.
So, Terry, yeah, sitting down, but then paws up.
What's giving up?
There you go, Terry. Keep your back leg straight and just bend your front leg.
Like a mini lunge.
Yeah, first sit and reward the sit. It's helpful if you have the dog on a surface that's not slippery. You bring your leg in fairly close. There we go. Now go ahead and wiggle that leg a little, that front knee, Deanie, and let's see if Bella's paws go under the behind the leg. There you go. Now, Deanie, instead of pushing your weight forward, I want you to try to pull your weight back. And what Bella should do is hold on tighter to pull you back towards her. Now start to pull that knee back towards you. Okay. It takes some finesse for sure, but everybody's got some form of a hug. Very nice. Terry, just to keep Sophia motivated, I definitely kind of just keep rewarding that. She's never done this before. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen because I know we have a lot of tricks. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we do have quite a few. I mean, some we have done in previous classes, so it should not be too bad.
All right. Give your dog your all done. Very nice, Stash. Give your dog your all done cue. And let's go on to scene 2 from class 5.
All right. Oh, what a sweetheart. Bella has a heart full of cheer. Look at her sit pretty with a gift. Her wrapping skills are clear. Bella weaves around Santa's legs with glee. She's spreading holiday joy for all to see.
All right. So sit pretty with a present. It's 2 tricks that are combined in one. Now, ideally, you have your dog first practice sit pretty, then practice being able to hold a toy. So cue your dog to go and do a sit and then click and treat. Now hold the treat above your dog's nose to slowly raise the couple inches or just any body weight off those 2 front paws to get that sit pretty. Some of you guys will still be right there, and that's fine. If you've got a dog with a long spine like this, or you've got an adolescent dog that's still not done growing, I recommend just ditching this one from sit pretty and just do sit. Build duration by delaying your click and treat for a couple seconds once they're in that sit pretty position. Some dogs may need to rest their paws on you. We see Stash and Steve do this. Stash is very dependent on Steve. So the way to gradually get that dog to do it on their own is to simply lift while they're feeding, is to start to pull your elbow up and eventually away so that they're maybe just holding on with 1 paw instead of 2. Fade out your lure, remove your food from your hand, and put this on a hand gesture at first, and then you can put this onto a verbal cue. Do you have a video of this?
Oh,
No.
we don't have
Okay.
a video of sit pretty.
Okay. So
I
sit
think everybody
pretty
saw it,
with a
hopefully.
present. So first get sit pretty, then have your dog hold the present, and then combine it. So here's what it would look like. It's first they pick up the toy, and then while they have the toy in their mouth, they're not thinking about it, you ask for sit pretty, right? Because they've got the toy already in their mouth. So it's fetch a toy, sit pretty. So the way that I would do it, because everyone's got a strong fetch, is ask for a fetch. And right before they get to you to hand the toy to your hand, ask for a sit pretty if your dog has those 2. All right. Whichever trick you're on, whether it's sit pretty, or fetch, hold a toy in their mouth, let's see where you guys are at, and let's see if anybody can combine those 2. Oh, does she have a Santa purse?
That is so cute.
Deanie needs the Mrs. Claus outfit I
She-
just ordered.
Oh, yes, she does.
Start with one and then the other first. So first fetch to hand, Deanie, and then sit pretty. Beautiful. Good. So if your dog is getting all the way out to their hind legs, Sophia, like then pull your hand even just right, like 2 inches above her nose. Just get her weight to shift off her 2 front paws. You can see Steve and Stash. That's what he's doing. Right there. That's it. Good. You went too high, but you were there at the beginning, right? That's where you want to do. And you're going to click when the weight comes off those front paws, but reward them back on the ground.
Nice job, Steve. Working our
That
way
was
toward one
great.
paw.
That was great. Yeah.
Terry, that was
So,
a good choice to reward her when she came back down to the ground.
yeah. Click when they're up, but reward back on the ground at the beginning. Deanie, you're going to probably have to use a hand gesture for your sit pretties because I think her cue, whatever you're using, is causing her to stand up into her dance position. Okay. Perfect, Terry. Yeah. Having those paws on your arm is, yes, Bella, that was great. Reward that because her sit pretty was good. Oh, Steve, almost there.
Nice.
Slow down, Steve. That was good. That was actually a good one. If you had slowly peeled your leg off, your hand. We're playing Twister here.
I mean, yeah.
I think it would help Corey if there was a spot the dog had to go to each time, almost like a place, but
Like,
actually like a
yeah.
board or something, and then ask to sit pretty. Because Bella is so fast that her mind is like, I'm going all the way to her hand. And
Right.
go ahead and feed it, Steve. There you go.
Yes.
There you
Nice.
go. Yeah.
Good.
So if you were to weigh how much help he's using, like body weight, and maybe it's 10 pounds, just go from 8 pounds to 6 pounds. Gradually, he's using less and less support from you. All right. One more rep and then give your dog the all done cue. And then we've
Yes,
got
Stevie.
an easy one next. All right. Are they all done?
All right. Yeah, that was the last rep. Nice job. It looked like Bella was starting to get the hang of the holding
Putting
on
them.
with the sit pretty. She was starting to get into that position before she was dropping it.
All right, so we have Bella weaves around Santa's leg. So this can be a leg weave, or what we have a demonstration here is a figure 8. Starting with nose target to hand. Go ahead, Corey.
Yes, I'm using a nose target with Gigi here to bring her, now I'm going to give my lesson right from my right side around between my legs and then back through. So with her, we did a lot of kind of stops along the way. And then this is Goose, he is a little more fluid with it. So you can keep him moving in that figure 8 around and then bring up into the sit. So here's another,
Great
starting to
follow
kind of,
target. Great
yeah.
job. Okay.
So then what you'll notice is as you're doing the figure 8, your body weight is shifting from side to side and you're bending one knee and then the other as you shift from side to side. That'll eventually become like your body cue when you're doing the figure 8 so you can phase out the hand target.
So first you're going to just do small movements and rewarding all along the way. And gradually you'll be able to have your dog move a little bit further, but that is the direction that you want them to go. So this is a figure 8, but you can also do leg weave. All right. Your choice. Let's go ahead and stop the share and let you guys do leg weaves with Santa.
Nice job, Terry. Do you have a treat in both hands or just one? Just one? Okay.
There, good. Yeah, look at those leg weaves.
Yeah, she did figure eights first, and then they were doing leg weaves, and but
It's
Jeannie's leg weave is the she has a nice example of the body cue, how she
Yeah.
shifts her weight.
Yeah.
And it's actually really subtle, so that looks great.
Beautiful. Yeah, I wonder if she's cueing it before she goes into leg weaves because it's very similar, you know.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, it's just about your body position, really.
So the harder one for you, Deanie, keep going, would be a backwards leg weave
Ooh.
and the reverse leg figure eight too in back and going backwards. Nice, Steve. Oh, Stash likes this one. Good job. Isn't that cute, Terry? She's having a lot of fun with the tricks. Like she's always smiling. It's fun when the pet parents get their dog back. They're like, oh my God, my dog knows all these tricks.
Yeah,
I
right.
had no idea what she was learning in school. A lot of times they focus just on the manners. Very good. Isn't that
Yeah.
nice, Carol? That's what we like. Look at that. That was beautiful. She needs to have like a red and green ballet skirt on or something.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Okay, you guys are mastered that one. Let's go ahead and move on to scene 3.
All right. Bella finishes her tasks with focus and grace, bringing gifts, treats, and smiles to everyone's face. She kicks up her legs and dances to music. Her Christmas cheer is magic. Her spirit is so bright, she's nearly ready for her big night. So chorus line kicks will go with kick up your legs.
So it's up to you which position you'd like your dog to be in. I did do a video on this. I just didn't have time to finish editing it, but it's basically how we did the piano. Paw target to hand, paw target to the other hand. So my dog has a paw and a shake, so he can use both hands. Then you're going to take your hand and place it over your foot and then ask for your paw and shake. Eventually you'll point to your leg with the same cue, and then you can turn it into something else. If you decide to do the chorus line kicks like you see here with, what's her name?
Here, Sundance?
Kara, yeah. This is in the middle position first, then reward, and then you're going paw to your hand, paw to the other hand, and eventually you're going to be able to kick your legs as the cue. So unfortunately, we don't have a video to show you, but most of you guys have this. That's why I wanted to play that piano one at the beginning. It's very similar, except the paw target is to your body part. All right. Play around with it. See what you got. Starting off on a floor that's not slippery. They can be in a sit position is preferred or stand. Nice. Nope, one and then one pay, the other pay, and then you can start to get 2. That's fine, Terry. That's fine. Just do one. Focus on one. Okay, now stand up. Here, listen to the next instruction. Kick your leg and put your hand over your foot at the same time. Yep, the same. There it is. Yes. Nice. Now just kick your leg and point to your foot. Yep.
Very good.
She's so quick.
She went a little slower.
I
She's
could
like,
tell Terry's totally smiling. All right, so Deanie's doing the middle version of it. Nice. Good.
This has a
Now,
lot of variations that are
yeah.
can look cool whatever way you do it.
Reward each one, Deanie. Reward each one. Okay. Now kick your foot up and then, because that's the new cue, then present your hand. So cue it, kick your foot up. Just one foot. It's hard to balance.
It is hard to balance. I have to hold on to something because I'm not graceful.
Well, Dee Dee needs a broom or something.
A ballet bar.
That's probably better.
I just think of it like a dance. Like,
yeah. Good job. Kick her out for, yeah, just do a few reps in that middle position, kick her out, and then repeat. So lots of variations. You can do same side. Your dog doesn't even have to be next to you. They can actually just kick the air too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Steve. I'd go ahead and mark and reward that, even though, yep, there you go. Now, if you want him to target your foot instead of your thighs, back up a little bit and just point, like lean over and point to where exactly you want it. Think of like a sticky note. Now, the goal in the end is 4 kicks. So 4 left, right, then mark and reward. What do you think about this one, Carol? Do you think, go ahead, Terry. You gotta unmute.
How do I get her to switch feet?
We'd have to teach that separately, but basically she'd have to have each of her paws on different cues. So paw and shake. It's not something we can teach you just in this 1 second. We'd have to kind of, but we could do it at the very end.
Okay, we'll work on it.
All right. Can you give them the all done cue?
Yep. All right, guys, one last repetition, then give your dogs the all done. We're going to move on to dance.
Dance. So, Corey, you're going to talk about what dance is supposed to look like at the beginning, and then.
Yes. So this is the beginning of dance. It's similar to Sit Pretty, where you're just holding a treat above the nose to get their body or their front paws up off the ground and rewarding. And then you can slowly raise the treat up a little higher to get the full
muscles.
body. I know, look at her thighs. They're insane. Well, she's a little bodybuilder anyway, but yeah. This is a great fitness exercise.
That
So
is.
then once you're getting that full body up onto their back legs, you are cueing or you're luring a spin. So as you can see, I'm holding that treat close to her nose and I'm taking it in a full spin all the way around, letting her nibble on it as we go. Then the final stages are making that hand gesture a little bit smaller, and there's just following that treat around in a circle. And then you can put it on.
She needs a tutu also. Oh my
does
God.
Need a tutu.
Oh, that was good.
This is we've been doing this one a long time. I actually use this as kind of like a rehab after she had hip surgery to build those muscles back up on that side. I have her turn in that direction. So she's leaning more on that right leg that she needed to build the muscles in. Okay, so advanced first step.
Yeah, advanced version of this is doing them in both directions. So dancing, circling in one rotation and then the other. All right, first step. Go ahead, Corey.
Have your dog in front of you in that sit and bring a treat just above their nose so that you get those front paws off the ground, just like in Sit Pretty. So we're going to skip a step there for Sophie because she's ready to just go up under her hind legs, which is fine. You can reward that as well. All a good stash go. Now, when you're ready, Terry, to have her do the spin, get that right close to her nose and let her nibble and take you. Very good. Yeah, take it around in a circle, real close to her nose.
Reward just the getting up there first, okay? And then put that part on cue.
Yeah, the cue I use for getting them onto their hind legs is tall, kind of like stand tall. Stand is a different cue. So I just say tall, and then it'll be either dance or walk, since we have an unassisted walk too.
Go ahead and feed her, Terry. That was good. This may take months to perfect, so just break it into small, tiny steps in the right direction. Watch that coffee table. The dog feels like they're going to hit something and they are going to hesitate.
Yeah, that's why I did the filming in the basement where I have carpeting all over, so I wasn't confined to necessarily a small rug space so she could move around, because this one, they can get injured if they slip.
Good, Pate. Good. This is like a, okay, we're going to keep this one short because this is very strenuous for the dog.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. All right, give them the all done cue. Scene 4 of class 5.
All right, Bella waves goodbye to all of her new friends and heads home as the day comes to an end. As Bella is filled with the holiday spirit and really looks the part, she sits by the tree for a selfie with Santa and captures the memory to keep in her heart. So we know this one. Most of us should have wave, and then we'll work on selfie.
Yeah, we have several tricks left. So let's skip the wave. I think we're good there. And let's go right to the selfie. So for your selfie, you can have your dog stand, you're going to have your dog sit, and your goal is to sit in front of them. So that's hard. Or if you have a small dog, you can put them on an ottoman or you can put them on a platform. So the very beginning is get your dog to sit in position, and then you're going to sit in front of them. From there, you're going to either do a chin target to your shoulder or a paw target. So what you don't see here with Jennifer and Bentley is that Jennifer literally fell over after taking this shot.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, in the
Bentley
video.
is
Yeah.
70 pounds. Yeah. And it's very heavy on the shoulder. So if you've got a big, strong dog, you can just do a chin target over. Let's see how you guys end up teaching this. Let's not like give you too much structure. I find that it can be more confusing to do it this way. So just find your way of, bring your camera with you, because the camera should be where your dog makes eye contact. First, mark and reward for you guys, small steps in the right direction. If your dog sits and you sit, mark and reward. They always go right to the last shot.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
But I like, it's kind of hard to tell what Steve has going on, but he's holding up his
Steve, yeah.
treat in his hand,
Yeah.
but he's feeding right here at his shoulder to get smashed over the shoulder to get the chin target. That looks really great.
Yeah. So once your dog, go ahead and put your phone down for now, Terry, because that's going to first be a treat that you bring to the air like that. So first get that sit. Nice. And Deanie's doing it also. She's bringing the treat over the phone. But if you put your phone down and you just gesture with the treat for them to look at the treat, then there it is, Terry. Very good.
Nice. There you go.
Watch your back, Terry. Treat. Good. Now look at the treat as well, Terry, because you're going to be looking at the camera. Treat to the nose, pull the treat out 2 feet in front of you, look at the treat, and then reward. Do that a few times and then pick up your phone and snap a selfie picture. Oh, that is so cute, Stash.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good Christmas picture right there.
Yeah.
I like how Deanie is, using her chair. Very good. So it's basically focus onto the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Deanie's doing it, she's getting some back support for Bella too, so she doesn't feel like she's going to fall over.
Yeah, for those of us with shorter dogs, this is a challenge to not have them up behind you.
So the question is, do you give them a cue to look? I do. I have look, but if you use the treat like you saw Terry do at the beginning, treat to the nose and pull the treat up, the dog is just going to be looking at that treat. If you decide to put that, see that how Steve is right there, he's
That's
pulling the treat
perfect.
up, the dog's staring at the treat. I would put that on cue of look or selfie. And then you would do the same thing with the cell phone. Then you would click, put the phone down, and give your dog a treat. If it doesn't carry over with your phone, then do it with the treat more often until your dog is always anticipating that that's what's going to happen. So treat in the air, I would say selfie, And then I'd say good or yes. And then I'd give the dog that treat. Then you pick up your phone, but have the treat nearby. Use your phone, say selfie, then say good. Put your phone down, quickly grab the treat, and then offer your dog the treat. Yeah, the cue would help. Oh my God, these are
I know.
amazing.
I know. Steve, we're going to need that selfie
I know.
in the student community this week.
I need that picture. All right, guys, give them the all done cue. And let's move on to scene 5 of class 5.
All right. She removes Santa's socks and fetches his slippers, lays her head down in his lap, telling him she's ready for an extra long nap. She goes and lays down next to the Christmas tree, excited for tomorrow when she shows her Christmas knowledge for all to see. So remove socks, fetch slippers, head down, then lay down.
Okay. So if you guys have done from last year the remove the socks, I want you to be able to put the remove the socks click treat, go grab my slippers click treat, try to put those two together. But let's go through all of the steps. For removing the socks, step 1 is that's what it's going to look like. You're going to use a long tube sock. Oh, that's not the full video. Shoot. Okay. All right, let me just talk you through it then. Basically, you're going to take a sock and put it over your hand. So take a sock, place the sock over your hand like this. Take the end of the sock, pull it out, and you're going to basically do tug. Yeah, exactly with what Terry has right there. Play tug, dog puts their mouth on that. You're going to click and treat. So just get that. Then you're going to get them to pull it. Make sure they're in a standing, non-slippery surface. They grab, they pull, you click treat. From there, you're going to see if they can pull the sock off your arm. Once they can pull it off your arm, then you can put it on the very end of your foot, not over your heel. And then you just kind of shake your foot like you did with your hand. The dog will pull it off your foot, and that is removing the sock. All right. Let's start with that one, and let's see how you guys get along. Spotlight them. Thanks. Terry, I'd probably do this with you sitting on the couch because you're eventually going to be sitting down to offer your foot. It does help if you have a sock that you've been wearing. Most dogs want your scent. So.
Yeah.
There's Bella. Get it, Bella.
Nice.
There she goes.
Yay.
And I think Jen did beat the world record on removing socks. I think it was like over 50 people were all lined up for her to do the world record with her dog. Forgot the dog's name.
Is that the Aussie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cute. And I bet crazy smart.
Very good. Next is Deanie, is that Bella brings a sock back to you. She is. Okay. All right. Steve's ready to put that sock on. Watch those toes.
Yep. Yep.
Get it, Stash. Get it. Yeah.
Yay. I feel like that's one that Stash is going to love.
He's going to love this one. He's like, finally.
Yes.
Give me a job. I want to encourage you guys to do this with everyone. This is so cute.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Like,
Steve, go ahead and have your hand right there ready for Stash. Put that sock right back in your hand. Yeah, you know, now this is not something that most dogs will pick up really quickly unless they're like have a sock fetish.
yes. He's like, let's do it again. It's my sock. Oh, he took it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. Finish up your last repetition. We got 7 minutes left, Corey.
Okay, I think we got it. One thing to note, like what's Deanie is doing, she's putting that sock over a sock on her foot, which probably is making it easier to slide off if you're having trouble with that part. Okay, so what's the next one? Oh, fetch my slippers. All right, so you can give them the all done, swap out your socks for those soft slippers.
All right. Are we sharing the screen? This
Mhm.
is fetch my slippers, very much like fetch my hat. Same concept, right? So presenting your slipper down low. Hey, hey, hey. There it is. So very similar to fetching your Santa's hat, same concept, same steps involved. It's just that the slippers are a little heavier. I feel like we can skip this one and move on to lay down on lap. If you have slippers, let's go ahead and do it. Do a short round of it. Let's set the timer for 2 minutes. And Corey, can you take this? I got to go open the door.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so just like with fetch my hat, you are going to present and reward for them engaging with the slipper in any way. So looking at it, touching it, whatever. So that's your very first stage. Then you are going to move on to getting them to touch it with their mouth, put their teeth on it, and then gradually lower. So this is where it'll be different from like the socks, is lower it to the ground so it's on the ground and they're picking it up from that point.
Corey, I just taught Sophia to leave my darn slippers alone. So
Sure.
I don't think I want to do this one.
That's
but
understandable. Totally fine. Totally fine.
we could just do socks. I mean, socks aren't really as much of an issue, but my slippers are my favorite thing this time of year. So I'm gonna probably
Absolutely.
not.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can try having her just fetch the sock.
Yeah. Okay.
And you could also get a pair of slippers that are just as, designated for this trick that are different from the slippers that you wear. So if you wear slippers that have that hard bottom sole on them, like house shoes, get a sock type slipper, the ones that just slip right on over your feet. And that may help her understand the difference. So she leaves your slippers alone, but you can still do the trick.
That's a great idea. It's really
So
weird.
how many toe bites occurred with this trick? Hopefully none, but and then once your dog has you've succeeded in having your dog bring you one slipper, don't forget to put it on, and then you can send them for the second slipper.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miss Bella's doing it.
Yep, she's gonna put it on and reward her. Oh, she's gonna.
I was like, oh wait.
Yeah,
She's
when
like, hold on.
Bella heard me. She's like, yeah, give me my treat. So cute. All right, guys, we have 2 more tricks for this class. I want to make sure we get to all of them. At least you know what they are.
Yes. Yeah, the one is down by the tree, so I think we'll be good there, but the head down, getting that chin target.
Yeah.
Make sure we have.
So basically a chin target to the floor, chin target to a blanket, chin target to your hand. You just need to get the chin target down and put that on cue, and then sitting in front of your dog. So we have Bentley here. We were doing cooperative care with this one, and he was doing chin target to the blanket. So you can have you sit down like you guys are on the couch, put the blanket over your lap, and then ask for a chin target to the blanket or an open hand with your palm up. So we're not going to go through the steps. Let's just see how you go about doing it, whether you're luring it, shaping it. And the goal would be to have your dog lay their head down on your lap. We use this in our therapy program where the dogs will put their chin down on the person's lap. We do put a blanket down and we usually roll it up. So it signals to them that that's the spot I want you to
nice.
put your chin.
All right, Terry's gonna give that a try.
Mhm. You can take it.
Treat.
There you go,
Yes.
Terry.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, just doing a little free shaping. She's just gonna put her head right down.
Remember to mark and reward down low with your hand. Yeah, very low, Terry, a little lower. Keep that chin contact on the object while you're feeding would be good. I would probably, Steve, sit on a chair or something so that Stash's chin is able to reach your thighs. That's cute. Such a cute trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we do say a prayer, I have them just rest their chin on my knee with their paws up, and they just put their head down between their paws.
God, I've had 3 people come to my door.
Oh my goodness. Unhelpful.
All right, finish up the last repetition.
Deanie, with Bella wanting to use her paw, maybe take a treat and get it close to her nose and then bring it down to the blanket. And then as soon as her chin touches the blanket, reward right there. And then you can kind of turn that into a finger point down to the blanket so she knows to rest her chin.
All right, you guys can keep working on that if you'd like. The last trick was just down by a Christmas tree. So teaching down and then adding duration so that you guys can snap a picture. Now, this is something I would love to see more pictures of. This is over at our facility where we've got a Christmas tree and we've got our red settle mat right in front of it. Practice doing this in front of your tree because it does help your dog to kind of ignore the fact that it is this tree and it just is like some other prop. All right. Can you go into the last few things?
Yes, so you're going to be practicing this week. Like Leo said, it's a lot of fetch and paw targets. So practice fetching that hat and your slippers. Hug was one that I think everyone did really well with. So it's just a matter of making it nice and pretty. Sit pretty with or without the present. So if you're choosing to do that challenge, remember you're working on the hold, then you're working on sit pretty, then you're working on putting them together. So do them separately and then put them together. Your figure 8, chorus line kicks, and then dance, wave, selfie, fetch my slippers, head down. And this says say a prayer, but we actually swapped it out for down by the Christmas tree. So ignore that part. We'll be doing say a prayer. It'll show up in next week's class. You guys are going to get this. I'm going to send it to you today, 6 for next week. So you'll be able to practice it and then perform it in class next week. So all of the tricks that are outlined for class 6, you have already learned. We have covered them in classes 1 through 5, so there's nothing new. So it's just a matter of practicing them and then practicing them in the order of the performance. Any questions about that?
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing onto our recording and then and then we can touch bases with you. We can kind of collaborate